The Archaic Eons, Ankylorhiza is now in the game. This is the first dolphin-esque creature to come to the game, and this thing, I gotta say, I am a big fan of. This is Ankylorhiza, and this is the male, of course, and this is the female. The coloration pattern actually is quite substantial in its differences. It just gets a lot duller, and it blends it in a lot better with the skin. Anyways, for the subspecies, you've got Taidamani, which is plus 5% damage. You've got Matakoi, which is plus 10% bleed. Main change there, I'm assuming, is on that snout, by the way. Look at it. Look at the way those teeth come out. And the snout size changes as well. And then you've got Gregarious, which this one is derpy to me, because look at the front buck teeth. Like, he's got the underbite. It's crazy. This is plus 10% health and carry capacity, so you can carry things with this mod. And then you've got Barriensis, which is plus 5% armor, minus 2.5% cooldowns. This one has a little bit of a buck tooth, or his teeth sticking out, an overbite, so to say. But this one in its proportions is like a lot more streamlined, I guess, which is pretty neat. And then you've got Yakarona, which is more of like, I don't know, more of a normal traditional dolphin, I'm not too sure. Plus 2.5% damage, plus 2.5% armor. Definitely a massive forehead though. This geezer looks like Megamind. Then you've got Davidus, which is plus 5% speed and turning speed. This one kind of reminds me more of that of the killer whales and, you know, false killer whales in a sense as well, in terms of that snout shape, and it looks great. Probably my favorite out of the bunch. And then you go back to the start. Let's go ahead and hop in the game and showcase this one off. So here we have the Ankylorhiza, and this is the baby one, and it looks absolutely adorable. It literally looks like a baby dolphin. Anyways, you get a standard bite, and that, in terms of damage, equates like this on a fully grown Kaiwekia. Not that much, of course, but I mean, that's what you get when you're a baby attacking things. So, when it comes to the abilities of the Ankylorhiza, as we saw before with the Bistiversal mod, which I recently covered, I recommend you check out, it has also got a lot of abilities too, but it's more spread out across different attacks. So, for the head, you've got 3 abilities mixed between 2 slots. One of them is interesting, Balancing Act. This is where you pick things up because you balance small animals on your snout for as long as your stamina allows. So it's pretty much like grabbing things. You then get the Bite, which causes medium damage and low bleed. You get Cleaving Bite, which deals a medium amount of damage but ignores armor and combat weight, or weight of the target. Then for the senses, you get 4. You get Moonlight Hunter, which gains 15% stamina and 10% increased speed during night. Lone Hunter, which we all know and love. Diving Lungs, which increases oxygen and stamina recovery by 15%. And then you get Pod, which increases damage by 3% and armor by 2.5% for each cetacean in the group, stacks up to 5 times. Now, if you don't know what cetaceans are, that's dolphins, whales, killer whales, all that jazz. They're in that family. So maybe we could see more whales coming from the Archaic Eons team in the future. For your front limb, you get Burst Swimmer, which increases swim speed by 10%, sprint speed, along with a 50% increased acceleration, which is insanely good. You get Charge, which is a charge forward at high speed, causing high bleed and stunning anything you hit. Then you get Lunge, which is a quick dart forward at high speed that ends in a bite, causing heavy damage and recoil, which is pretty neat as well. You got 2 damage-based abilities there in your front limb already. Then you go to your metabolism, you get 3: Gentle Piscivore, Hot-Blooded, Pescatarian. These are all different than all of the abilities that you get as an official if you are an aquatic. So let's talk about them. Gentle Piscivore lowers your food and water drain, or has lower food and water drain, can eat exclusively fish, but gain a 3.5% boost to your max health. Hot-Blooded is high food and water drain. You can eat meat, fish, bones, clams, mushrooms, insects, and, you know, that's that. Decreases oxygen drain by and increases speed by 3% at the cost of 5% stamina. That's insane, by the way. Mushrooms and insects, how are you going to be able to eat them? I don't get it. Like, are they in the water? I don't know. And you get Pescatarian, which can eat fish, meat, and clams, has moderate food drain, but gains a 10% boost to your stamina. That's all the metabolisms. You go to the highs, you get 3 here. Streamlined is the standard one. These two are different and new. Pressurized hide increases oxygen by 10%, stamina by 20%, along with 5% movement speed and increased water vision. Only activates while diving. Then you get Barnacle Encrusted Hide, which increases armor by 15%. Followed up by your tail abilities, you get Breach and Fling and Rudder. Fling causes heavy knockback, Breach is a lunge forward when in the water, and Rudder increases swim speed, turn radius by 5%. I did not get that outright, but then you go to your voice, Stunning Chirp, which is a loud click that stuns nearby creatures. Let's showcase all of the abilities under the water, shall we, and the animations for them. So when it comes to your attacks, we're not going to showcase the balancing act. That requires you to be on the surface, by the way, if you want to know that. But we're going to quickly go through all of the other abilities because it's very warm in this room at the moment. I am sweating buckets. I don't think you can tell, but I am glistening right now. Anyways, let's showcase this. You've got the bite attack first, the standard one that you get straight away. And that's the damage it does to our unlucky geezer right there. Then you get the cleaving bite, which does a lot more damage, and it does bleed as well, so that one I would say is the one that you pick, but of course that cooldown is a lot longer. Now let's showcase the charges. So you've got this one, which obviously deals damage upon hitting a target and moderate knockback, a little bit of knockback. Then we have the charge, which has the bite on the end, which does more damage, but also you take damage depending on the combat weight of the target that you're hitting there. So do bear that in mind, because I just took a little bit of damage. So I'm not going to lie, with the tail attack, I'm having a very hard time trying to get this to hit. And this is quite the pain, but it does work. I have seen it work. It's just right now, there you go, there it is, a little bit of damage. That was quite the pain. You also have your Stunning Chirp, which does it to anything in vicinity. As you can see, you got an area of effect come out there and a little bit of damage to our Archaic Eons. Now that is all of the attacks on this creature minus balancing act. Let me know what you thought of them. I definitely messed up on some of my wordings. The Ankylorhiza comes with 16 skins, and these are all of them. Of course, you've got the first one, which is the default one. Then we move to the common skin. Then the northern skin, which changes to the underbelly and the lower part of the snout. There you go, that's a good chance to show it off. Then you move to the hourglass skin, a gorgeous skin. I love the skins on this one. They blend so well. Then you got the Emperor, like the Emperor Penguin. Then you get the Superstar. Then you get Tyrant, which is based, what I'm assuming, on the killer whale, because obviously look at that, looks quite like a killer whale. Then you get the Leopard, which I'm assuming will be based off a leopard seal. Then you get Glacial. You get Vaquita, Chinook, Splotched, Albino, Melanistic, And then the final two are Terra. And lastly, Agate, or Agate. I'm actually not too sure how to pronounce that word. I'm pretty sure I said Chinook wrong as well. I don't know. So, that is the Ankylorhiza by Archaic Eons. Let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments down below, because I am a big fan of this model. It's very pretty, and it's also really fun in the water to control and move around. Now, I kind of want to showcase what this does, this launch ability. Look at that. You can just leap out of the water right there. Long cooldown, but this one, I really like it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Other than that, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.